one way or another. I'm not leaving, so I'm gonna die here from starvation, and let them deal with it later, or however. They're still gonna cover the shit up. When you're up and at something like this and you're challenging people on an entire thing, maybe it's not the entire agency, but considering Tom's influence and everything else, it's likely comes from the top. So there's nothing to win for me here. I'm just sharing the story because people need to know, what the fuck kind of shit is going on here. I saw Truman's quote, and you didn't defeat the enemy, you defeat the prejudice, and the fight continues for people. I might be a little off. For people, for fairness and justice for people, for everyone at all times. Sorry, I'm a little tired, a little wired, so and I'm sitting here in the blasting sun, so just trying to have a dialogue, but there's no dialogue to be had. So I'm gonna share it, and it will probably get super suppressed. They're good at this, but essentially people will know in circles, and those circles will at least that will happen, right? So like the general public, for that, there is no way. I've been reached out with every news agency over last year or so. I've been in touch with absolutely anyone I could find, from like yellow tabloid pages to investigative journalists with serious credentials, right? I have proof of poisoning as my sinful levels, plus the proof that I have so many other things better to do than do this. This was never on the list. I could never imagine myself 4 years ago that I would be doing something like this here, talking about the things I'm talking about. Now with concrete understanding of the operational and capabilities now infused with artificial intelligence, it is wild. And like I mentioned in some videos before, that it will like look crazy right now, but in 6 months and a year, you will understand the technology. Those of you that's like not really familiar with it, doesn't come day to day, you'll understand how it moves everything, and it can just snap a finger, just move everything. So that's that for the lyrical. There's a fire truck coming by right at 13. My number 3 birth. Yeah. So they keep flying over and stuff like that. But again, they want to do this, so I kind of share it, so like I look insane. But it's essentially like I've been surrounded by this shit, and it's just non-stop. It's like team, and they basically deconstructed me, to ability to make you look insane. But okay, I'm just here to say the truth, really. Does it make me look insane? Sure. Does it make me look dumb? Sure. Did I sacrifice my life? I didn't sacrifice my life. They came for it. They took it from me. They took my mother. They took my grandmother, which was like after 2 years of the manhunt before, was the only thing I left. It was my foundation, my family, and there was a loving family. Refugees never had any money, shit, but essentially, like, my mother was my a dear friend, and at some point it was my only friend that I spoke to and shared things. So they came and they destroyed that. Destroyed the 79 years old grandma. She has cancer on her face, and they don't care. I started blasting them with emails like, "What the fuck are you people doing?" Like, there's a senior citizen with cancer on her face, skin cancer, and so they send her back with like 3 layers of fucking makeup, which makes it worse, right? So you understand like how fucked up on the head these people are. It is crazy, and she's trapped in protecting her own daughter's guilt essentially trying to see maybe this is somehow will be able to resolve, but she doesn't understand that these people are not her friends. Like after I'm dead, they'll be shortly dead after because they are the loose ends. They have participated in all this stuff and they're witness to it. So, and I am sure already work has begun, and the same type of work. Like now, I see this work now from a mile away, because I've been fucking cooked at it for so long, and but they don't, and they will be next, or anyone that's touched this. I feel like it's scary. It's really scary. I actually feel it's very bad, and terrible for this is getting this way. But I try relentlessly share logic and sense and kindness and love and inspiration. Give ideas. Put your minute. Okay, guys, how about you just do this? Okay, here's an idea. And essentially it started off with when I came to Constellis and I tried to build a water company. So they actually stole those water bottle samples, right? So, and part of it, they wanted to see the idea. Maybe they take it for themselves. The part of it, so I don't take the samples and go raise money somewhere else, because raising money for water company is not difficult. If idea is good and the beverage company gets bought out quick, investors like this type of investment. So you meet someone like break them, that's it. But it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't suit them because they're afraid that if I make it out of this, right? That's and I'm not like I don't seek revenges. Like I'm not a revenge person. I think it's a tremendous waste of energy. Building stuff is great, So and I have explained this, all this, and so but it doesn't stop. And so it's crazy, So how can you live like this? You can't. So I'm not living. The truth of it. Yeah, really. So, and if I die here, I'll die right here. It's a good place to die. When they say I die in this hill, this is a good hill to die because it will have a good effect. So it's like wasn't for nothing. So. I'm tired of like just trying to explain, but this is very dark soul people. There is nothing. They murdered their way themselves to the top, like Tom did, and they hold this power for dear life. So. People will know. Word things like that spread. Like I fought a fucking legendary fight, really, for 4 years, right? But there is come to place when one man is one man, right? Like I'm up against, before it was a private security company of 50,000 people, and now I have, the weaponized the entire cities against me, right? From like the infrastructural to artificial intelligence, right? And they'll be like, oh, he's insane. Yeah, okay. It's you that's fucking insane, and I'm just trying to pour some sanity into this. I didn't even ask for money or anything like that. I just wanted my family to be left alone, and I have an ability to build my ideas. Right? Some of them are very simple, like art installations. Some of them more complex, like some applications and different businesses. It's like anything, nothing, So there is no winning in logic and love with these people. It's just I have to share this and let the truth fucking do its thing, because that has its frequency, that's undeniable, and there is a saying: if the truth kills them, let them die. And they're gonna I'd be like, oh, he wants to murder. No, I don't. You the one that want to murder me. And everything, like anything I've said is spawned out into their own projection, their own perspective, how they see it, how they move, what they do, what kind of ideas they have, and so. And people that poison a kitten in order to, because I was worried for him because he wasn't feeling well. They were fucking with him. So when my grandmother would come over, I would stay home, and then. So in order to trap me in a house, they scare me with this. Like, okay, well, she comes with a story about some cat disappearing, So like I stay and I hook him, while she's like trying to like give me some setup, and stuff like that. And it's really tragic how much effort my family put in. It wasn't like one of those, somebody comes up to you with like they betraying you, but they have these eyes, they have this look in their eyes like kind of shame and fucking disgust of themselves in some sense. No, this was like effort. Like some ideas definitely came from my family because they raised me, they know me for so long, right? And plus what I shared. So plus there is Alexander Skana's family, right, which is Sveta. She's and you won't hear this in this video, but I will attach some writings that will explain who she is. Anyway, essentially, even no matter at what point you tuned in, it will come together, either at the end or the beginning, or what you know or don't know. It will all kind of come together. So basically, yeah, that's that. So I'm gonna stop recording this at 23. So my birthday. Actually, it's in May. 18 days. I'm not sure I make it then. I'm not sure I make a few days here. So considering how there's absolutely no humanity, nothing. That's given, not even given. Just basic like human exchange, right? How people should treat people. I'm not considered a human being at all. And I spent so much time putting in some wonderful stuff into these people, and it's just. Like Tom and then a few of his buddies who's running this now, they're just too far gone. Like some people are just too far gone. Like there is no soul to heal. There is no redemptional. There is none of that, right? Like none of that will work. It's just like they go until the end. So and so am I. I'm Roma, and this is my message. LOL. Yeah, this is by no means any political campaign or any sort of sense like that. I think if you want to make most change comes from building, So and then if I survive and build for a long time, and then there is that. But essentially, there is no political agenda here. Everything is get politicized and somehow like thrown and everything. There is none. I don't want anything but the resolution to. Evil fucking butchery that my family has undertaken in the last 4 years. Yeah. None of us are the same. None of us will be the same. All the memories are destroyed. Our present is tortured, and all the futures is gone. Like I have my mother blocked, because she was sending me just like, they see the pain and they come in for it. They know what hurts. I tell them like, why are you doing this? It's hurting me this way, and they're like, bam, hammered it this way. So. Yeah, that's that.